Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's class. Today is July 2nd, 2021. Today, we're going to conclude Unit 5, which is our last unit. And yes, today I am going to activate the quiz. Let me welcome Mayra Choque. And Natalie just sent me a message, so she might be able to connect later on. I am crossing my fingers and hoping that our dear classmate, student, Pavel is doing okay. Last week he mentioned that he was sick and we were able to notice that due to his participation and pre-recorded audio. So he has a sore throat and he mentioned something about the COVID, the virus. So I am really praying for him. I hope that he's doing better, that he's doing good, all right? And we know the situation with Maria. She has asked permission to watch the videos afterwards since she's not able to be live since she has a baby. And sometimes the baby might wake up. So nevertheless, she has been working thoroughly. So welcome, my dear Mayra Choque. Last week, in our last session, we saw all of the grammar explanations, gerunds and infinitives. I also sent a pre-recorded task with gerunds and infinitives. So just remember that there are three types of verb lists in which you can identify them in order to use it with gerunds or infinitive. I love playing baseball on Sundays. I hate going to the cinema on Mondays, for example. Let's see if I can come up with an easy sentence with an infinitive. For example, remember to work on your Pearson platform. Remember to work is an infinitive. It does not sound correct or natural if I come up with a gerund. For example, remember doing your Pearson platform activities. So remember, according to the YouTube video and according to the Pearson platform information, there are three types of verbs. I have also sent those three snapshots from the video. Okay, so you have the video, the snapshot, and a pre-recorded activity about gerunds and infinitives. Given an advice, remember we can use should or try. All right, so whenever we want to be extra polite, like really polite, we can come up with a question structure. For example, do you mind? Do you mind? And so on, all right? Try to do your homework. Try to play on Monday. And should, of course, should. I think you should stop smoking cigarettes, all right? To and enough. Remember, this was an interesting video, which I also shared, okay? We can use to emphasize an adjective or even a noun, if I am not mistaken. For example, too big, muy grande, too difficult, muy difícil, and so on, all right? But according to the YouTube video, whenever you use the to expression, it's basically a negative aspect. For example, it is too cold to live here. Hace mucho frío como para vivir aquí. Ya ven cómo agarra algún aspecto negativo. All right, so enough, this is positive, suficiente. I have enough water to take a shower. All right, so that's the difference. Make sure you have that in mind. So today I am going to concentrate on the videos and some listening aspects such as the speaking and pronunciation. All right, so let's begin with the videos. Okay, so in this video, we're going to put in practice giving an advice, all right? So you now know what expressions and what verbs are used to give an advice. On the culture note side, we have Maggie is a high school student. Most high school students host dances so that students can socialize, all right? Number two, in the US, dating roles have changed. Now women will often invite men out on a date. All right, so do not be afraid, ladies, to call a friend or to call a person that you would like to be with. It is totally normal and okay to invite, to take the initiative. Number three, Amy gives Maggie a call gesture. She means call him. So that's her advice, call him. Now, with that information, we are now ready to watch the video 2 times. The second time is with the subtitles.
What's wrong, Maggie?
Nothing.
Come on, you can tell me.
Well, I want to ask this guy Brian to the school dance, but I can't.
You can't? Why not?
I'm too nervous. I just can't.
Sure you can. It's easier than you think.
But what if he rejects me?
Well, you got to take a chance. Just call him up and ask, do you want to go to the dance with me?
I can't call him. He'll think I'm weird.
Most guys would love to be asked out. I'll bet he says yes.
Okay, I'll do it. But I can't call him. I'll text him. What should I say? Okay. I'll call.
What's wrong, Maggie?
Nothing.
Come on, you can tell me.
Well, I want to ask this guy Brian to the school dance, but I can't.
You can't? Why not?
I'm too nervous. I just can't.
Sure you can. It's easier than you think.
But what if he rejects me?
Well, you got to take a chance. Just call him up and ask, do you want to go to the dance with me?
I can't call him. He'll think I'm weird.
Most guys would love to be asked out. I'll bet he says yes.
Okay, I'll do it. But I can't call him. I'll text him. What should I say? Okay. I'll call.
Okay, so there was the situation and the advice. That was the problem, all right? That was the problem. She didn't know how to act, so just give him a call. Give him a call, all right? So you are now ready to answer those questions. Okay, so let's see if I have. Okay, so let me activate this. Let's see if we have an extended version of this video, of this situation. Let's see here. Listening challenge. Yes, we have an extended version, so let's see. Let's continue watching this short story. All right, so she finally called him and look at the reply, look at the feedback. Cool, he says. Remember, these are high school students, so this is a teenager. I don't know if I can say vernacular, but type of communication. There's a specific way of how they communicate themselves, specifically using a lot of curse words. All right, they just want to be popular and cool. All right, so cool. Cool is slang. So remember, slang is basically a very informal type of language. In this case, it's English. A type of informal language. It means great. All right. So you can use this with your friends. So let's watch the video.
Okay. I'll call. I don't believe it! Brian is calling me!
Answer it!
Brian?
Hi, Maggie. I was wondering, did you take notes in biology class today? I missed some stuff on mitosis.
Yes, sure. I'll show you my notes tomorrow.
Cool. Thanks.
Actually, I'm glad you called because I have a question for you.
Sure. What's up?
I was wondering if you had a date for the dance on Friday?
No.
Well, I was wondering if do you want to go to the dance with me? We could just go as friends. We could...
You want to go to the dance with me?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. But I don't really enjoy dancing so much. Do we have to dance?
Well, no, but it is a dance.
Oh. But I don't have to dress up, do I?
No, you don't have to dress up, but maybe you can pick me up?
Yeah. What time?
Well, the dance starts at 8, so maybe like 7:30?
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, great. See you later?
Later.
Okay. I'll call. I don't believe it! Brian is calling me!
Answer it!
Brian?
Hi, Maggie. I was wondering, did you take notes in biology class today? I missed some stuff on mitosis.
Yes, sure. I'll show you my notes tomorrow.
Cool. Thanks.
Actually, I'm glad you called because I have a question for you.
Sure. What's up?
I was wondering if you had a date for the dance on Friday?
No.
Well, I was wondering if do you want to go to the dance with me? We could just go as friends. We could...
You want to go to the dance with me?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. But I don't really enjoy dancing so much. Do we have to dance?
Well, no, but it is a dance.
Oh. But I don't have to dress up, do I?
No, you don't have to dress up, but maybe you can pick me up?
Yeah. What time?
Well, the dance starts at 8, so maybe like 7:30?
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, great. See you later?
Later.
Okay, so expressions such as really informal expressions such as gonna or see you later, later, as a reply, later. Okay. I also heard I don't enjoy dancing. That's a verb plus an infinite, a gerund. Enjoy dancing. All right. So remember, there are specific verbs that will only go with one or the other. Well, remember to do the activity above this video, below the video, sorry. So now let's continue to the next task. So let me activate this. Here we have more listening. Let's see if we are talking about the same video or is it a different situation? Okay, so the spring dance is on Friday. Talking about the spring dance, remember, I know you have seen American movies, Hollywood movies, dealing with the prom, el baile de la graduación. This is a really important ritual in the US for high school students who are going to graduate. They dance, they eat, they drink, non-alcoholic drinks, of course. The teachers are usually have to be present. Even one of the teachers can be the DJ. And yes, you do have a prom queen and a prom king. These are usually the most voted students, meaning the most popular ones, the ones that have the most friends or the students who were academically and athletically above average. So that's why they are somehow popular. All right. So here, as you can see, the spring dance, this is not a prom. This is just a spring dance. All right. This dance is on Friday. So the high school principal makes an announcement about the guidelines to the students, meaning what time, 1, 2, 3, audio testing. 1, 2, 3, audio testing. All right, so we are back after this technical difficulty. So we are back, my dear Maida. Thanks for waiting. There's an apology. I do apologize, but in this case, it was my modem. It went off. It went off. So we are back, and as I was explaining, they usually have a prom, but this is not a prom. Remember, a prom is basically in the graduation, before the graduation, sorry. And this is just a spring dance. So here we are going to listen to the principal's announcement about the guidelines. Maybe what time does it start and ends? If there's a uniform code, a clothing code, okay, a specific clothes you have to wear. Can you take food or drinks? So let's listen carefully. That way you are able to answer afterwards.
Good morning, West Park High students. This is Principal Fournier. Just a short announcement. As you know, tonight is the night of our spring dance, and I want to remind everyone to review our guidelines for the dance. All students and their guests must show identification before being admitted. All guests must arrive before 9 p.m. There will be no admissions past 9 p.m. No personal belongings are allowed inside the auditorium. No bags, backpacks, purses. You must check all items at the check-in counter. And there will be no containers allowed in the auditorium. No cans, no water bottles, no containers of any kind. And finally, the dance will end promptly at 11 p.m. The parking lot gates will be locked at 11:15 p.m. All cars must be out of the parking lot by 11:15. Thank you for your cooperation. Please have a wonderful time. Good morning, West Park High students. This is Principal Fournier. Just a short announcement. As you know, tonight is the night of our spring dance, and I want to remind everyone to review our guidelines for the dance. All students and their guests must show identification before being admitted. All guests must arrive before 9 p.m. There will be no admissions past 9 p.m. No personal belongings are allowed inside the auditorium. No bags, backpacks, purses. You must check all items at the check-in counter. And there will be no containers allowed in the auditorium. No cans, no water bottles, no containers of any kind. And finally, the dance will end promptly at 11 p.m. The parking lot gates will be locked at 11:15 p.m. All cars must be out of the parking lot by 11:15. Thank you for your cooperation. Please have a wonderful time.
Right, so this is an interesting announcement by the principal Fournier. Okay, that sounds like French. All right, so you're now ready to answer these 3 questions, all right? What event is he talking about? These are really easy questions. There are guidelines for, and who is Mr. Fournier? Now let's continue. Okay, so here we are going to listen how can I call it? The video monologue, the video conversation about Maggie and her friend. So this is just for pronunciation aspects, all right? So here, as you can see, listen to the dialogue, then listen to each line. This is for you to practice, all right? So let me just play it once. That way you can identify words that you didn't identify at first.
What's wrong, Maggie?
Nothing.
Come on, you can tell me.
Well, I want to ask this guy Brian to the school dance, but I can't.
You can't? Why not?
I'm too nervous. I just can't.
Sure you can. It's easier than you think.
But what if he rejects me?
Well, you got to take a chance. Just call him up and ask, do you want to go to the dance with me?
I can't call him. He'll think I'm weird.
Most guys would love to be asked out. I'll bet he says yes.
Okay, I'll do it. But I can't call him. I'll text him. What should I say? Okay.
Okay, so here we have the actual vocabularies. These type of expressions or vocabulary compound nouns will help you to express whenever you have your college, university prom night. I don't know if in Bolivia they do that. Here in Mexico, we have one, but it's just a party, not a ceremonial prom such as in high school, all right? So we have words or expressions such as have a date. Remember, you need to have a date in order to go to the prom, all right? Get along, of course, you have to get along with that person. You have to like that person. Propose. You have to take the initiative. Remember, in US, it is common that females invite the males, all right? Single, or in a relationship, all right? Get dressed up, of course, you have to get dressed up, especially like in the wedding. Whenever you go to a wedding, you dress up really nice. So for these type of celebrations, you have to also dress up or get dressed. All right. Engage. Okay. So engage we can take this word for many contexts, such as a wedding, for example, to engage for a wedding, or to engage is also to be responsible, somehow to be responsible, all right, and to engage in a date. It is really rude to say yes and then not attend, all right? So do not do this in any culture. This is seen as bad. So let me just play the pronunciation and the actual meaning. That way you can drag the correct answer or the correct meaning to the correct vocabulary. All right?
Have a date.
Maggie has a date with Brian. They're going to the dance together.
Get along.
I try to get along with everyone at work.
Propose.
Paul proposed to Julia and she said yes. They'll get married next year.
Single.
He's 35 years old and still single, but his mother wants him to get married.
Get dressed up.
Maggie likes to get dressed up for parties, but Brian prefers jeans and a t-shirt.
Engaged.
John and Jill are engaged, and they're planning their wedding for March.
Okay, so today we are going to learn the pronunciation and usage of but in a sentence, all right? But, pero. So let's listen to these conversations in order to understand it a little bit more.
In this dialogue, listen to the words that have the stress.
You want to go to the dance, but you don't want to ask Brian?
No, I want to ask Brian, but I can't.
Okay, so you see, well, not see, the correct verb would be, as you can hear or listen, there is a linked pronunciation here, but I. Do not make a pause here, but I can't. No, but I can't. Let's listen to it one more time. And this is a rule that I have been going over the entire two previous models. So try to do that whenever you are reading and of course talk and speaking.
You want to go to the dance, but you don't want to ask Brian?
No, I want to ask Brian, but I can't.
We use but to show that two things are different. In sentences with but, we put stress on the things that are different.
I like Brian, but I don't like Bill. The sun is hot, but the moon is cold. My sister is tall, but my brother is short. The sweater is mine, but the jacket is hers. We want that apartment, but it's too expensive. My right hand is strong, but my left hand is weak.
All right, so according to this, we use but to show that two things are different. So that's clear. But where does the actual, where do we actually emphasize but? Where is the sentence that should be sound as, well, that should be sound louder, longer, okay? And this is just to make a difference, and also to make yourself understood about your feeling and emotions, what you're actually trying to transmit. So here we put the stress on the things that are different. In this case, in the second, after the comma, in the second sentence, all right? Okay, so here we have another informal pronunciation. Last week or in the previous 2 weeks, we learned about going to changes to gonna whenever we want to speak informally, all right? But grammatically, it is incorrect to write gonna or write wanna. In this case, wanna stands for want to. Yo quiero, okay? I wanna go to the cinema. I wanna go and play some baseball, something like that, all right? So let's go over it.
Listen to the speakers say the phrase, want to.
Well, I want to ask Brian to the school dance, but I can't. Well, I was wondering if do you want to go to the dance with me? We could just go as friends.
You want to go to the dance with me?
When we use the phrase want to with a verb, we often make it shorter. It sounds like wanna. When we use the phrase want to with a verb, we often make it shorter. It sounds like wanna.
What do they want to do?
They want to go to the dance.
Do they want to go alone?
No, they want to ask their friends.
Do you want to stay at home?
No, I want to go with you. Do you want to take a bus?
No, I want to go by car.
Do you want to take a bus?
No, I want to go by car.
What do you want to do?
We want to have fun.
What do you want to do?
We want to have fun.
Remember that song? Girls just want to have fun. All right, so remember, want to changes into wanna, and this is for speaking. This is for speaking. Whenever you write, do not write, I wanna go to the bathroom, or using wanna, because the teacher will mark that out. Okay, so here we have the reading for this lesson. We are talking about a web page. So we are going to identify these words. That way you can answer this activity, all right? But as you can see here, this is a website in which you can find an advice. Remember that we study how to give an advice. So this is a web page with a blog, a text about maybe how to find a date. Remember, there are a lot of social medias in which you can find a date. So here it is going to give you an advice from Dr. Penny Lovejoy. Okay, so this is words in play here. Love and joy, love, all right? So this is your job. You're going to read this individually, and eventually you will be able to answer these questions. But let me help you with these vocabularies, all right? Qualities, ideal, match, date, in a hurry, relationship, all right? So qualities are basically the positive or negative qualities that a person might have. Is he responsible? Is he patient, respectful, etc. Ideal, is he the ideal date for you to go with? Match. Yes, this website is about matching similar profiles with identical qualities. You see how I'm using the same words to come up with a definition for match, match, all right? Date, we know this one, to have a date. Who's your date for the prom? Who are you going to go with? In a hurry, some people usually are in a hurry, so they don't have time to be in a relationship. So be careful with those type of people who these people are not ready for a relationship. And here is a relationship, all right? So that should summarize this. All right, so there are many online dating stories with happy endings. What should you do to find the ideal partner online? All right, so here is an advice from where? From findadate.com, encuentraunapareja.com. Así que estos son los consejos para encontrar a tu pareja ideal con las cualidades que buscas. Así que lo vas a leer y contestar. Good. So now let me explain the last skill, which is the writing. Okay, so let's see, what's the writing about? Are we going to write an invitation? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so yes, we are going to continue giving an advice. In this case, the advice is for your friend. So imagine that your friend, Harrison, met a woman through dateharmony.com. So one of your friends, he or she made a profile in order to no longer be single. So he wants to be in a relationship. So he wants to propose to somebody after dating and going out. All right. So he wants your advice. Read Harrison's email. Okay. Here is an email. This is basically the problem. That's why he is asking you for an advice. So we have to write a reply. We have to give him a feedback. So let me read it. All right, so this is the writing model. This is yes, this is the actual email that you received. This is from Harrison, which is your friend. This is your friend. And this is the subject. He's in love. Oh my God, he's in love. Big trouble, be careful. So he says, guess what? Guess what? Adivina qué? This is a good way to start not only an essay or a conversation in a paragraph, but also to obtain the reader's attention. This is a good one. A rhetorical question, I can say. I think I found my perfect match online. Her name is Julia, and she's a designer. I think I'm in love. I want to meet her. I want to meet her right away. Oh my God, right away. Enseguida quiere ya conocerla. But remember, if you met a person in a date, in a website, I think you should take your time. Okay, you should take your time. So that could be an advice. What do you think I should do? Please write back soon, Harrison. All right, so here you're basically going to give your your feedback about your advice. Hello, my dear friend Harrison. I am glad that you have met somebody. Nevertheless, I think or I consider that you should take your time because it is too soon. And I am using too soon. Muy pronto. ¿Recuerdan que eso también lo vimos? Y es algo pues un poco negativo, ¿no? Es muy pronto como para conocerla, así que tómate tu tiempo. Ese es mi consejo. Claro que lo pueden utilizar y bueno, espero entonces your writing assessment. So, my dear students, let me activate everything from this unit. You will have until Sunday. Yes, Sunday. Sunday sounds good because on Monday we are going to work on the test, the famous test. Well, with that being said, my dear students, I will activate Unit 5 activities and Unit 5 quiz. You have until Sunday to work on this. This should be all for today. I am giving you the rest of the class to concentrate on the activities. Thank you very much. Please remember to answer the poll questions. If you have any questions, remember I am always available on WhatsApp. See you on Monday. Have a great weekend. All right, so let's give it a due date until Monday before the class begins. Remember, our class begins at 6 Bolivia time. So I am giving you until the entire Monday to work on this unit. So take your time, or I don't know how you organize yourself, but I'm trying to give you as much time as I can.